In this day and age, a lot of people are transitioning to EV cars, but there aren't enough charging stations available. There's one hero to solve this problem, where energy and innovation collide with a mission to electrify the future and spark financial success. Meet PowerHero. PowerHero understands the future is electric and is here to show you how to harness that energy for possible financial gain in their investment opportunity.
Welcome to America's Next Investment, a new era of investing.
Welcome to America's Next Investment. I'm Louise Houghton, and in this episode, we get to look into the future of EV charging and how you, the viewer, can possibly benefit with this investment opportunity in PowerHero. They're on a mission to electrify the planet and empower you with the investment opportunity of a lifetime. When we come back, we get to talk with the C-level executives where they will discuss the future of PowerHero. Are you ready to plug into the future of energy and invest in the future with PowerHero? Well, stay tuned. I'm sitting down now with Esmond Gouy, who is the founder and CEO of PowerHero. I'm so excited to talk to you. I'm very passionate about this subject. It sounds like this company is moving forward really fast, but before we continue to talk about PowerHero, I'd love to talk about your previous successes. You just mentioned that you'd sold one of your companies.
I was an early investor in a baby food company. It was one of the first organic baby food company in America, and maybe the world. And I was recruited and became the CEO of this company, and we sold it to Heinz. So that was a nice exit. I love doing things that has an impact on people, good impact. And I was involved in the toy company, and we took that public. We had one other company that I took them to an investment bank in New York, and we took it public. After we took it public, acquired.
You've had some great successes then with your previous companies. So I'd love to start by hearing how PowerHero came to be.
And I'll start it with a cup of coffee with my son. Just about the wrong time, your phone runs out of power, right? So we're looking for a place to charge it. Every outlet is taken up. So we were talking about, why doesn't our table have a power outlet? So when we reserve the table, we can reserve the power outlets. So that happened a few years ago, and by the time I got to thinking about getting an EV, I found the same problem. Where do I charge my car? Thinking about what kind of a solution, came up with the idea, what about charging stations you can reserve? And in 2017, we filed our first patent. That got approved. So I was betting 100, thank God. I've been betting 100 pretty much all the way up to our 9th patent.
What excites you so much about PowerHero?
PowerHero has the potential of disrupting the whole infrastructure.
And tell me a bit more about your role as CEO with PowerHero.
So I set the goals of where we want to be. And so I've developed essentially the whole product strategy. And I'm the author of all the patents that we have so far.
Yeah, tell me a little bit more about your growth strategy and where you see the company going.
We're right now focusing just on America and the apartment buildings. But that's big. That's 100 million potential customers right there. If you look at the world, 64% of the world live in urban centers. Urban centers are dominated by apartment buildings. And we can get there at the same time through licensing. We've been approached about licensing our technology, our products, even as far as Africa, South Africa, Singapore, and Korea. So it's just a matter of we're getting going. That's only so many hours in the day.
I'm sitting down now with Rob Kent, who is on the board of directors and the CMO for PowerHero. Rob, thanks for your time today. I'd love to start by hearing a bit about yourself, please, and your background.
Well, I started my career, I was in the U.S. Navy for 7 years, and then I got into the medical device sector. Primarily manufacturing, developing products. In the medical device sector, I was one of the pioneers in connected technology, and that's actually how I met Esmond, the founder of PowerHero. When we met, we were actually talking about potential solutions in the medical sector, but we quickly realized that the impact on electric vehicles and the problem in just a huge growing market was the best application of the technology.
Can you tell me a bit more about the role as CMO and what that entails?
So CMO of PowerHero, I've been primarily aligning partnerships for our go-to-market strategy. And, our biggest impact so far has been with the cities. We have pilots lined up with these cities, Laverne, Seal Beach, and Gwyneth Park, to get our technology in front of the consumers, out in the public. We have also aligned strong partnerships with Verizon and Arrow Electronics Our Cameos, our Power Packs are all connected solutions that run off the Verizon network when they launch. So in addition to that, when we launch the product, our sales team will work alongside their sales team, not only B2C, but business to business, helping us get meetings. Verizon is a really good partner and will be partnered with us throughout not only development, but also product launch.
Can you tell me more about how PowerHero will have an impact on the EV charging industry?
Yes, the EV charging industry, I think, largely has got the problem wrong when it comes to EV charging. Most people think there isn't enough public EV charging stations for this market to work. I don't think that's true. I personally think that public charging is the problem. People don't want to charge their electric vehicles out in public. That's when I'm using my EV, right? I want to charge it like I charge my cell phone. When I'm sleeping and not using it, I want to plug it in. We will in particular bring personal charging to urban areas, to people that live in multi-unit dwellings like apartments. They don't really have a lot of control over the infrastructure and their power grid, and they can't go do big construction projects to put in the chargers that most people can put in their garage. PowerHero will allow them to connect to any one 10-volt circuit and have meaningful overnight charging. So we can put power packs anywhere and with really no infrastructure.
All you need is an electrician to wire it up, or if there's a socket available, you can plug it in.
I'm Troy Helming, and I am a board member of PowerHero. I'm a serial entrepreneur, 6 exits. EarthGrid is the company I'm currently working on. I'm the founder and CEO, so was excited about PowerHero and what Esmond is building there, and wanted to help out, so he invited me to sit on the board. I see PowerHero's trajectory in the EV charging industry as one of the leaders in the space solving a big problem. There are so many building owners that I've spoken to over the years that are struggling to get enough power to, add in the EV chargers that they need. I think PowerHero is going to be one of the leaders in enabling a lot of facilities that do have power or can get power to make EV charging more convenient and easier for people wanting to save money by switching to electricity instead of gas. I do plan on investing in PowerHero, and I'd like to invest a fairly significant amount.
It sounds like you're solving an awful lot of problems with your product, so congratulations on that, and thank you. Actually, thank you on behalf of all of the future generations to come that will be able to use it. According to statistics, I know that the market value of the EV charging industry is actually set to increase by $141 billion from 2023 to 2030. So how much of a market share of that do you want to have with PowerHero?
Our business model is right now just geared to getting to 60 million in 3 years. And that's only 0.04% of that.
Wow. And so tell me a bit more about how PowerHero actually generates revenue.
So we think that when you buy an EV, and this brings up our strategy of selling through the dealership. When you buy any car, they always say, well, how would you like this package, this option? So we would basically lease the power pack as part of the EV sale. The other thing is we also believe we could get the building owner involved in this.
And also it's a little bit of a snowball effect, I can imagine too, because once the people in the apartment see one charger there, then they think, oh, okay, this is possible, it's accessible, I could do this too, I can potentially use theirs and rent theirs off of them. So tell me a little bit more about the investment opportunity as a whole then.
I would love to bring this opportunity back to the people who got me here, which is the public. We did a crowdfunding recently. It was quite successful. And we had several hundred investors invest. So when several hundred people invest, that tells me I've got a winning opportunity here. I think the timing is right that for us to do another financing and broaden the outreach, get it to as many people as possible, because they not only benefit from what we offer in terms of product and services, but I would love to see them become very rich.
It's amazing that you've got patents on every single product. Can you talk about the one that you've got here in front of you?
So this product is our Cameo. Cameo is designed not for an EV driver, but the owner of an electric vehicle stations. They're often just attached to the side of a building. You only know where they are if you know where they are. So this is designed to plug onto any level 2 charger, and it connects to the cloud, the Verizon network. And now anyone can find this charger. They can reserve it just for them on their app. So it will plug into a car and it won't allow the car to communicate with the charger. But if I am authenticated through the app and I know it's reserved for me, when I show up, it will turn on for me and allow me to charge. So reservation is key. This will make sure that this charger is reserved just for you. And if I'm the owner, I can charge for it. I can actually, process a transaction. So instantly with this product, we can network and make public level 2 chargers. And those are pretty meaningful for charging capacity for most drivers out there. Another great use case for the Cameo is the multi-unit residence that has chargers. How do you manage that? So our app will allow you to say, Rob gets the charger on Tuesdays. Evan may get a charger on Wednesdays. And the app will manage that.
And of course, today we're here to talk about the investment opportunity. So can you dive into that in a little bit more detail?
For an investment opportunity like this in Power Hero, most people can't get involved till way later in the game, after the company's gone public and the IPO's already gone out and the price is already high. You don't get that huge 10, 20, 100x benefits that, the VCs get when they invest very, very early in a company. This next round of funding is a bigger, amount we want to go get because we are now going to market. This technology is no longer, testing any sort of concept or feasibility. We have the pilots, we have the demand, we have the technology being developed for market. This is to make our big push and deploy pretty big in the state of California, and then over the next year, grow out to 27 metropolitan areas throughout the US.
And we hear that you're meeting with city officials. Can you tell me a bit more about that?
Yes, we targeted cities to pilot our technology because we really want to bring on developers, people who are designing apartment complexes and, using our technology. So when we pilot with the cities, we get our, chargers, our power packs out in front of City Hall. I think developers will realize, hey, they'll know who we are. They'll know they'll have no issue getting permitted when they go to develop their property. So that's why we wanted to pilot with cities. It was a great place to start, a great place to get our name out there in the marketplace. And the cities are very, very progressive and looking for EV charging solutions just like ours.
And I'd love to talk about the market strategy. What is Power Hero's go-to market strategy?
Well, our go-to-market strategy, we want to have a digital presence in front of consumers, people that are driving electric vehicles, looking for electric vehicles. We'll use social media, digital marketing to let people know who we are, and we're there. We also want strong partnerships. I talked about Verizon. Verizon is going to be a great partner for us with the Verizon Partner Program. And we also want to be there in the dealerships. We want the dealers to know who we are because that lack of charging is a huge barrier to selling an electric vehicle, and selling a power pack alongside the electric vehicle right there at the dealership is also a key strategy of ours. We want to let them know that we're a really viable solution for charging within urban areas.
How big do you think that Power Hero could actually be?
I think we have the opportunity to be enormous. If you just look at what's happening with electric vehicles, we just went over the 1% mark of the amount of vehicles on the road being electric. What happens when that goes to 25%, 30%? It's already a large market. It's already growing rapidly. And if it's going to go to that point, it's going to soar. Additionally, EV charging is not going near fast enough. So it has to go faster. So as fast as electric vehicles are going to grow, charging has to grow even faster right now to catch up. So that's where I think we have a huge opportunity. Even be, mildly successful in this kind of market is going to mean huge growth for us.
Well, that's nice. That's one of your morals, which I sort of love about all of this conversation, is that you really want to give back to the people. And your whole ethos around Power Hero is that you want to make the world a healthier, better place for your children and generations to come. Do you think that's because you're a father?
Partly that, but I just want to have an impact. What is life for if you don't contribute to the betterment of the world?
And where do you think that the EV charging industry is going and where Power Hero can go alongside that?
Along with this growth of the industry, investors who come in now are just going to ride along with that growth. What I'm trying to get at is we're so early in the game, and that's when you make the big bucks. Because that's when the multiples go up from 15 million to 30 to 100 to $1 billion. I mean, who would have thought Apple could reach $1 trillion? I think this is a fabulous opportunity for giving back. This is why I started these companies. I think this is my 7th startup, if I'm not wrong.
If we're talking about the future of Power Hero, then I know that there's already lots of other products in the pipeline, but what would you say are your immediate short-term goals?
Right now, we are laser focused on launching Cameo and PowerPack. We have our pilot set up. We want to get the product out in the marketplace in front of consumers, and that's going to allow us to start growing, putting in orders for, new materials and new inventory, and really expanding out of California into, the rest of the United States. We've already have an initial order in for, $100,000 worth of PowerPacks that we're going to be bringing to market in the New York area, and a lot more interest the more people we talk to. So getting the product launched, being able to take more orders, those are our short-term goals.
And can you tell me more about the long-term goals?
Well, long-term, we want to be, a household name in the United States. We want people to know who we are. We want to be in all metropolitan areas, solving this very specific problem of charging in urban areas, giving people who live in urban areas that personal charging. And this isn't only a US specific problem. Most of the world's population lives in urban areas, and they don't have near the infrastructure we have. So for EV charging solutions to be able to work on, 110-volt circuits and not need the robust, electrical infrastructure that the personal chargers need today is going to be, I think, even a more viable solution globally.
I know you've got lots out there, so can you tell me how significant are those patents?
So yeah, we currently have 9 patents today, and that covers not only the current products we're looking to launch, it covers some future ideas. And it really offers us a lot of protection and not only the ability to market directly to consumers, but license this patented technology to larger companies. So the patents we have are also going to be hugely beneficial for our growth, and they will allow us to either, take the company into an IPO or have another company try to take us off the market and acquire us before we get to that stage.
Well, tell me about the exit strategy that you've planned with PowerHero.
Well, one of the best exit I had, and I think I mentioned it earlier, we took that public. The beauty of it was acquired. That's the best scenario I would love.
I think it's a great accolade to what you can hopefully do with PowerHeroes. And is it going to work for all of the different electric vehicles out there? Because I know some right now have specific chargers that will only work for their vehicles.
Yeah, we designed this so that it can be used by all vehicles.
It's been great to learn so much today about PowerHero. PowerHero aims to disrupt the trillion-dollar EV charging industry, and they're offering you the chance that not many people would ever have the opportunity to be a part of. Your investment in PowerHero today could lead to substantial returns tomorrow. Plus, you'll be helping keep the planet happy for generations to come. I'm Louise Houghton, and I'll see you next time on America's Next Investment.